So just waiting. I'm like maybe a minute early, so just getting it all set up. Let me all know when you guys are in, so I can start. So I start up. Oh, here we go. I think I see somebody. Okay, there we are. There we are. I'll probably wait for a couple more people, a couple more human beings. What time is it over there, Graham? What time is it right now where you're at? All right, all right. Well, I appreciate you going. I know it's late. I know. I think it's like what 6 or 7 o'clock where you're at. 7:30. Dang, that's crazy. I know you were up like at 2 o'clock last night, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't go to bed that till late. You watched that UFC fight though, huh? The Dustin Poirier and Oliveira. That was actually a really good fight right there. That was a really good fight. So wait for a couple more people to get in, so I can start doing this live stream on the metaverse. I give like maybe like 5 more minutes. Excuse me. Not gonna stay up for that. There's only one man on the planet. Huh. Yeah, I watched. I watched. Yeah, that's right. Uh, yeah, Connor when he comes back, that's gonna be dope. I wonder who he's gonna fight next. I know they're probably gonna give him a title shot. I know a lot of people don't like that. Well, people want to see him fight because he's entertaining and he's good. I just don't want to see him get have that thing happen to his leg again though. You know, because he bounces around a lot. You know, just it's not good, man. See him slip and just I don't know, doesn't look good. It's 3 minutes and 38 seconds already. I'm gonna have to start real quick. That's right. That was a nasty break, man. And he wanted right after that, he wanted to come back in like within like 3 4 weeks. I know everybody has a different healing process. I get that, but I don't know, man. That's just a lot of impact. He puts a lot of impact on his legs when he bounces around. But he is very entertaining to watch. Like I was saying the other day, I've been following him for a long time, a very long time. I have a lot of his T-shirts and signed gloves. I just like him. He's pretty cool, man. He's something different. He's different than what the UFC's had before. I know you had your other talkers out there like Chael Sonnen and those other dudes, but they don't match up to him. Just just the whole persona and just his whole aura. It's a whole different person. Yeah, a lot of people over here think that he's just done. Nah, I don't think he's done, man. I think he has, a couple more fights. Okay, we only have one person here. What's going on? Maybe he should do boxing. Not sure if this lady can take them kicks. Yeah, you know what, man? I think he's really good at boxing, but when I seen him like do that whole Floyd Mayweather thing, that just didn't look right. I imagined him to look like his movements to look like almost like Vasily Lomachenko, how he does a lot of angles and just he maneuvers a lot, and he was like kind of I don't know, he kind of looked kind of stiff, but I think that was just a setup. Yeah, he looks pretty ripped right now. He looks like he's around 175 or 180. I don't know, man. He looks pretty big. He's probably hitting all those weights. You know, he has a good shape for that, man. Just like he has the perfect body for mixed martial arts, just the perfect body for it. Or you probably should go bare knuckle. That would be dope. See him some bare knuckle right there. All right, guys, we're like 6 minutes and 25 seconds in. I don't know if I should wait a couple more minutes. You know, people are gonna end up missing out on it, but you know, I'll start in a couple more minutes. I'll get a couple more minutes. Yeah, it took maybe Nate at 170 pounds again. I thought about that, man. You know, they put on a good fight. They put on a good fight. You know, I would actually want to see that. I would see it again. I would want to watch it again. You know, because you're gonna get it's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be bloody, and they're gonna go at it. And Nate feels like he has something to prove. So I don't know. I would be something to watch. So Graham, do you know about the metaverse? Have you watched it online on YouTube? Have you seen anything about that? Because I know there's quite a few people that probably watched the videos on it and really don't understand the whole internal parts of it. I like to get very internal with it because I know it sounds really good. The whole virtual reality sounds, pretty cool. Hmm. Trying to get used to looking into the camera with having to look over this way. Not really up on it, but I've seen that clowns take on it. Yeah. So the whole yeah, Zuckerberg does put a lot of ads on this, and he's did like a whole hour on it, where he walks through and he just talks about it, and it's just interesting how. But he's not the first one to actually come up with this idea, you know. He's just like making it happen. The whole virtual thing's been around for a long time. You got holograms and all that, but he's making it to where it involves your everyday life. So you're having virtual goggles, and now they're gonna have augmented reality glasses, where you just put the glasses on when you get inside your house. But there's sections to it, because okay, now I'm gonna get off it because I have a whole thing of how I was gonna go with it, but it's just a whole thing of taking you away from your regular reality. And a lot of people that will take into this is because they don't love their life. They just don't enjoy their everyday lives. Or they just don't like who they are because they can get away. They can just get away. It's like a brain vacation, you know? It's kind of disgusting if you really think about it, because there's so many things you could do with it. They have a thing called they called just the whole thing metaverse, and then you have metaworks, which is you could be at work. Now you don't have to be at work. You could be at home, and your little avatar, your little virtual self, will be basically at work. Thank you. I was gonna bring that up. That okay. All these people like Mark Zuckerberg and you know these groups, governments and stuff like that, they're all connected into this. People act like they don't like each other. That's like a little game that people play. And that's why it's global, which makes sense. It's global, you know? So everybody's connected to somebody, just like Elon Musk and the guy that's making this metaverse, Mark Zuckerberg, they like don't like each other supposedly. But whatever they're doing is in the same connection of what this guy is doing. So if this guy benefits, this guy's going to benefit. So you know what? They're all connected somehow. You know what I mean? They act like they don't like each other, but it's all a game. So I don't know, man. It's a sick thing. It's very sick. You know what I mean? And it's wrapped in a beautiful package. And that's what grabs people. And just being in the whole COVID thing, yeah, follow the money. It's all about currency. It's all about money, man. It's all about making money to where it's no paper, no paperless. Why do you think they're pushing that? You know, you can be in this whole virtual reality and take your physical into the virtual. You could spend money in the virtual world. You could make social groups in there. It's very sick. People think, oh, it's cool, man. I can have a family member from uh, 800 miles away, and they're like hanging out in my living room, and we're watching TV together. Yeah, it makes it sound really cool. That's to take your mind off what's really going on around in the world, put you in a whole different mentality, and it's going to create these like sloths, these weird people, like social retards. But the main thing of what uh, the creator of this is saying is, oh, it's to bring people together. You see that? It's to bring people together. That's their little pitch, you know? And by them bringing people together, everybody's going to flock together doing the same thing, going on this whole virtual tip. So like I was saying, they have a couple different sections here. You got metaverse, you have metaworks, you have meta world, and you have so the meta basically is Horizon Homes, where let's say you live in a jacked up house, right? You live in a jacked up house. Once you get into your house, you throw those goggles on or those glasses, and guess what? You can make this place any way you want it to be, and it's virtually you seeing everything the way you want it to be. Oh, you want to live in a castle? Okay, boom. It's like you're living in a castle. It's crazy, but everything's false. It's a false reality that you're getting right here. It's nothing real, you know. And they have this other one where it's called Metal Worlds, and what you can do is people that don't know how to do anything, basically you can create your own worlds, and you can invite people, friends, family members, to go to your worlds that you made, and you guys do things there. You guys can play games, you can buy stuff, you can do whatever you want basically. It's just in that world. So what's that do? It captures you and puts you in one little spot. And now you don't care about anything that's on the outside. You know? It's like that one cartoon, I think it's called Wale, where you have these guys that are in outer space and are sitting in these chairs, and they're moving around in these chairs, but they got really fat, and all they do is just sit there and just watch TV. That's weird. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm looking at it from a different, lens or just perspective, and I might be the crazy one. But I'm just seeing where it's gonna go. I already can see where this is gonna go. It's gonna get very bad. You know. So it's like we already know this. The objective is false reality. That's the main objective of this whole thing. False reality. Take you out from your regular reality. And then, yeah, neglect your own reality. What type of audience? What's the time over there? It's I think it's well, I'm doing this on my phone, so let me think. It's probably around 11:50 right now. Wait, yeah, around 11:50. Oh, there you are. There you are, James. We haven't started really yet. I'm just kind of like doing a little talk about all this. So, yeah, it's around 11:50 over here. Yeah. I got it pretty early. I got it probably around 6 o'clock, 6:30, and kind of just got ready and stuff like that. I wasn't able to do a couple things I wanted to do. I'm probably gonna do them after, so it'll be cool. But just getting ready. I couldn't find my notes, which was weird. They like disappeared on me. Found them 10 minutes before I was about to start. I might not even use them. And just kind of looking at them. Yeah. So like I was saying, the objective is false reality, and then to neglect your own reality. And if you think about it, what type of audience do you think this is going to grab? What type of audience? Why I ask that question is because you got to think about it. This type of technology has been around for a long time, and I like how people try to make it seem, oh, this is, but I can go about civilization and stuff like that, but that's a whole different thing. And I love talking about old civilizations, you know, but nothing is new under the sun. What somebody's already thought of, it's already been done. So, you know, it's just very interesting just how things work, you know. We think we come up on this high technology. Oh my God, we got some new coming. This is happening. No, it's already been done. It's already been done. It's very interesting. So, what type of audience does this bring in? Those are gamers, people that play video games. Of course, that's going to be a big seller right there. Now you can play your own video games. You can play Black Ops or God of War. You can play that virtually, like you're in it. I like playing God of War. That's a pretty cool game. But actually being in that game, and then now it's going to cause you to think about it all day, and you just want to come home and just be in that world. That's what's going to happen. And we already know there's a lot of kids that's all they do. Oh yeah, dude, he's wonderful at, yeah, Elon Musk. He is wonderful at taking people's ideas and just modifying them. That's all he's doing, is just modifying them because he has money. He can modify whatever he wants. You know, that it's just very interesting with these guys. They're on a different agenda. It's already happening. Time travel, man. Dude, now you're gonna get me go through down a rabbit hole right here, man. Yeah, time travel, man. Yeah, I believe in all that. I do believe in time travel. But as much as going into like future wise, I'm really kind of like iffy about that. Like going into future wise. But I believe if you do try to do something like that, it's gonna be like an alternate. It'd be like an alternate. You know, I believe in like you can actually probably go take steps back because there's memory lines. There's a memory, just like water has memory, DNA has memory. There's memory, you know, just like they're able to grab. Okay, check this out. They already got to a point. Think about it. They make these like robots, right? See, I'm going off the track, but I'm gonna talk about this real quick. So they make like these robots, and they want to put artificial intelligence in them, right? That artificial intelligence is just an idea. It's simple. They already figured it out. But what they're trying to do is our consciousness of who we are. You're able to grab that and boop, put into like a machine or something like that. That is able. They're working on that, and that's what they're trying to do. I know it sounds crazy. I know I probably sound crazy, but that is what's going on. And people will be able to live 200, 300, 400, 500 years. All you're doing is transferring yourself. You're transferring yourself. That's all you're doing. It's a transfer. And I'll get into that later, man. That's on a whole different talk right there. It's just consciousness transferring. And, you know, you ever hear somebody say this? Check this out. You ever hear someone say, "Hey, I'm an old soul," or "I feel like I'm not for this time. I feel like I'm from a different era." Hey, that's really interesting when somebody says something like that, because not more than one person says that. Or, hey, I keep on having these reoccurring thoughts or dreams. I'm somewhere, these things. Well, they've already figured out how to get the bandwidth for consciousness, and all it is figuring out how to transfer it and be successful with it. So you could have somebody could be living hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get off that because that's gonna go forever, bro. I can talk about that forever. Are you guys ready for me to start this whole thing on the metaverse, or you guys kind of want to just talk? It's up to you guys. I'm kind of open right now. A bit like that robot film. Can't remember the name. It was in South Africa. Which one is that? What actors are in that movie? I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't know if I've seen that one. But I've seen quite a few movies that are very similar. There's one with what's his name? Man, slipped my mind. Uh, I forgot his name. Well, in this movie, the guy he's trying to put dead military people. Wait, Die Antwood. I don't know who that is. Die Antwood. I don't know who that is. Well, yeah, they're rappers. Oh no, are they good? Who are they? Are they what? I'm sorry. Who are they? I like what do they sing? I never heard of them. I only listen to a couple guys that do music like that. Only a couple guys, you know. But it's like I only can listen to so much, you know. Even though I do some type of that music, but I only can listen so much. There's a lot of guys out there. I just it doesn't grab my ear, man. Just what they're talking about, They don't talk about anything that brings life. It's like the same old thing. But I know they got a lot of these new political rappers out there. But I'm not really feeling those political rappers either, even though they're, on maybe on the same page politically. I might think, but then I really don't even care about all that political, crap. But we're involved in it. We're all involved, even though we say we don't like politics. We're involved with it because it affects your money. It affects everything around you. So you have to like get into it. Yeah, there you go. Adam Calhoun. Yeah, I like Adam Calhoun. You know what I mean? Either there's a lot of things I agree with him. There's some things I disagree with him. But on that note, I like him. I gotta check them out. You gotta send it to me in a comment so I could remember that name of that. Was it Diane? What you said? I don't know. Yeah, Adam Calhoun's pretty dope. I like Upchurch. Upchurch is cool too. You know what I mean? Some of their stuff is pretty vulgar for me, but it's like, you know, but they got a good flow. You know, you got Demon Jones and you have uh, Struggle Jennings. A couple of those guys, Jelly Roll. But I just can't. Some of the stuff I just don't agree with. But I don't have to agree with everything. I just only play a couple of very, very few of their songs. Yeah, I like some of the Tom McDonald. Some of his stuff's pretty cool too. But sometimes I don't know where he's like an interesting artist. Tom McDonald's an interesting artist because you never know where he's going to come from. You know, he looks at different point of views, and then sometimes people think that's his exact view. So he's good at what he does because he gets your mind to think, and then you like, he just messes with your mind. You know, if you listen to any of his music, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But he's very successful at what he does too, because he's actually one of the very first people to do what he does. He produces all his own stuff. He does all his own videos. Um, Writes his own lyrics, and Dang, I don't know, man. I think that's pretty good. He actually does all his own drawings for all his own clothing line. That's another one too. He's cool, you know. Interesting though. Hey, let me know, guys, when you want me to start, so I can go back on this, so I don't go down another rabbit hole. Because it's easy for me to do that. Because you got me with that whole time travel thing right there, man. I can go into that. You know, it's like, hey, let's talk about the pyramids. Okay, now I can't relate because I'm not part of that culture, but they are doing big things. True, true. You know, it's like when I was growing up, I listened to my first thing was rock. I listened to rock, and then they started coming out with all this different music, and I just caught a couple of, yeah. He builds all his own. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He builds all his own sets. You know, he does it all. His videos are very clear too, and his vocal, everything's like clear. All right, you ready? Okay, just give me a second, real quick second. My bad. So we'll start on this again. So like I know I'm like on repeat right here. So the main objective of what they're trying to do, Mark Zuckerberg, which is the creator of this whole thing. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So he is right when I start, the doorbell rings. Interesting. Okay, so he is the main guy for this, and he wants to bring this whole, not that it and like I was saying, what types of people do you think it's gonna grab? It's gonna grab gamers. It's gonna grab um, people that watch porn. Yeah, that's right. Those that are miserable, people that have depression, those that are lonely, life seems too hard for them, hard to cope with, daily life. Exactly, people that watch sci fi. You know, I'll elaborate more on this. I'm a big sci fi person, man. I've always been in sci fi. Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, Buck Rogers, all that, man. So I grew up watching all that. And all those things I was watching, I was also looking through science magazines, and they were making the same thing that they're talking on Star Trek or Star Wars. And these things have already been made, you know. And even like the first phones, you can see on Star Trek, they had that little Scotty beam me up type thing. That's like the first phone, basically. And they're doing this stuff a long time ago. So nothing is new under the sun, man. Nothing is new. Like even with computers, nothing is new. And it's going to attract all these people that are into that world. It's good. I'm not saying sci-fi is bad or any of that's bad, gamers, but I'm just saying it'll grab these people that are into that world and put them into another world to that's all they think about. And if you ever know guys that are gamers, I've seen some serious gamers where they don't even want to get up from where they're sitting down at, man. They're drinking their sodas, eating TV dinners, and trying not to get up. They're just sitting there, man. There's some dudes that pee themselves. I don't know, man. It gets crazy. They don't want to leave their games. And if you try to bother them while they're on their game, you're going to piss them off. They get crazy. I know, man. I've seen that. Okay. And then just even watching sci-fi, you're just open. You're open to what's going on. And you go, you know what? That'll be really cool if I can be in that type of world and just live in it. And that's what's going to end up happening. People are going to end up living in this type of world. And you're not going to care about anything else. Just like I said, they have the metaverse, they have meta worlds, they have meta works. So let's say this. You have your own little avatar, you have your own setup. Everybody's connected into the metaverse, right? So you have people that physically go to work, and let's say you can't go to work. You could be there in a hologram and hang out at work and they can ask you questions, but they also have to wear these glasses, which they're called augmented reality glasses that they're going to come out with, or you just wear them like regular sunglasses. Excuse me. You can wear them like regular sunglasses, and then they can talk to you. You're like a hologram. You're like a spirit. It's like almost being in a spirit realm. And you guys converse and go back. So you can be chilling at home in your sweats and doing your job. And you're just in your own little world. That's weird, you know? So, like Graham was saying, hey, yeah, the COVID thing hit. This is perfect, actually, because now people are like, hey, we could sink into that. We could sink into this right here. And people want to they'll grab onto it. And check this out, even gets even weird. You got MetaWorks, you got Meta Worlds, and then you got um, there's all these different ones that they're making right now. So let's say we go to Meta Worlds. Let's say both of you, I want to be where you're at. So I go to your worlds that you've created. You created your own little worlds, and you're like, hey, Gil, come over here. All right, boom, I plug in. I'm over there hanging out with you guys, and then we're like, hey, let's go buy some stuff. You can take anything from the physical world and bring it into the virtual reality world. So technically, you can use currency in there, man. And it's interesting because you can buy new things, so you can create new things. You can create your own video games in this verse, and bring your game and play it with your friends. I don't know. I just think that's pretty interesting. It sounds really cool, but you know how? Yeah, it is genius. It's real genius, man. Not that it's genius. Okay, yes, it's genius. And so anything you could do in the physical world, you could do over here. So let's say, Kruger, you're over at a concert, and you're like, oh man, let me hit Gil up real quick. All right, boom. I can be at the concert with you, and I could buy the merch. And while you're buying merch, I could buy the merch and wear it, and pick it out and hang out and enjoy the concert with you. How weird is that? That is very weird, man. It seems cool, you know, like you can hang out and talk with somebody, what I mean, hang out. That's cool, but it's gonna go somewhere else with this, and that's why I don't want to look at it externally. And what happens is we start to look at things externally and say, okay, it's whatever, it's just virtual reality, you know, and it's fine. My daughter asked me like what a week or two ago, oh Dad, I want to get the new virtual thing. I was like, no. Yeah, she got all sad. I almost started crying. I'm like, why would you, why? Oh, I said, I don't care what the price is. I just don't want to buy that, because by me doing that, I'm already giving birth to something else right here. Because that right there is just a starting right there. You got to think about it. It's like a parent, it gives birth to another thing, and this gives birth to another thing. Just like how it happened with computers, or it happened with radios. With radio, TV, computers, all it is giving birth to something even more. And just like the cell phone, that's another grandparent to something. It gives life. It brought up apps. Now you got apps now. You could do almost anything with apps. If you needed money, I could send you money through an app. Here you go. Boom. It's already in your account. That gives birth to other things. These are like destructive tools. They can help you, but they can also destroy you. Like somebody on the phone can say, hey man, this guy is this guy is that over here, and puts it all over social media, which is insane. And so they end up at this guy's house, and guy ends up getting killed just by somebody putting on their little device right here. That's insane. See, everything births to something, and humans do not know how to be responsible. If you think about it, look at, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, you have OnlyFans, all these weird social medias out there, right? What do people always do? They always go the other way. You got Snapchat, you got all this. They always go the other way. So we think we could be responsible with this? All right, check this out. So you got Horizon Homes, which is by Meta, Horizon Homes. And That's the one where you can come into your house. Once you get into your house, you put on the augmented glasses, and your house probably sucks, or your house is great, or what. I don't know how people live. Let's say their house is not the way they want it to be. They come in and they can make the house look however they want it to be. And they live in that world, so they don't have to see what they have. They have something better. And that's just, it's false. And you can also have, okay, this is what's going to happen. You have these people that are not happy with their wives, or the husbands, or the wives are not happy with their husbands. And in the early 80s, check this out, in the early 80s, they had it where there would be women going to the library getting these fantasy love novels, okay? And you have a guy looking like Fabio on there, long flowing hair, and with a beautiful girl in there. And it's all about fantasy, right? So you have women getting deep into these books. But these books, have you ever read one of those books? Man, it's like reading porn right there. Anyways, that's what's gonna happen right here. Okay, the wife gets mad at the husband, or the husband gets mad at the wife. Guess what they're gonna do? Hey, you know what? I'm over this. I'll be back. Boop, 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 boop. Go on to the social thing, metaverse. They got a whole new life over here. Yeah, and they're gonna make it to where you can actually physically touch things. So they'll be virtually cheating on their husband or wives. That's what's going to happen. I don't know, man. It's what's going to happen. That's kind of what, that's what I'm looking at more internally. And a lot of people are like, hey, no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. You know why? Because you don't have that spirit inside you that can look through the bullshit. Okay, let's go back. A lot of people might not be a believer of the Old Testament or what. Man, I just say I believe in God. Be just straightforward with you. But I read a lot of different scripts. So I go Sumerian. I read the Book of Enoch. The Torah, the Pentateuch. So all of them have something in that's connected. So I look through all of them and I sift through it. I eat the meat, spit out the bones. I don't believe everything I read. So let's go back to the Garden of Eden. All right, God said, hey, there's this tree. Do not eat of this tree. Knowledge of good and evil. So this tree had a fruit on it that was so pleasing to the eye, but there's all these other fruits that are in the whole garden anyways, right? You had hundreds of trees. So you got the enticer that comes up, the serpent, if it was a serpent, comes up and starts speaking to Eve. Hey, so check this out. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. All this stuff, and has this nice package in front of you, and the woman looking at it and saying, "This is something that would give me knowledge and give me something that'd be good." That's what this is. It's something that's wrapped nicely that gives the same thing of putting you into a different place. So what happened when she took of that fruit? The covers off of Adam, when he took a bite or two, all the shade just fell off. And their eyes were able to see everything else around them. They could see that they're naked now. They could see, okay, what's going on here? Hey, I didn't know, what's this part on your body? Oh, okay, what's going on here? So now everything's a little different now. That's just how this is. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Anything that's like this is always disguised. And there's always going to be a sales pitch. Make your life better. Bro, I literally watching something about that earlier. Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's right now. It's a mind. It's a something to disturb your mind. If somebody can control your mind, they can control your body. Just think about it. If somebody can control your mind, they can control your body. And you already see how people are on their cell phones. Come on, man. You try to have a conversation with a dude and he's like, yeah, Dude, there's people that almost walking and get hit by cars. Yeah, send me it, man. That'll be great. Thank you. Yeah, people are so into their phones. I imagine, okay, look it. You got people eating dinner over at a restaurant. They're all on their damn phones. Dude, you're there to have a family connection here. A connection. This is technology is separating. It's a separation. I'm not saying technology is bad. I'm saying it's a separation if you can't be responsible with it. You know, it's just crazy. What does this program, this product, what do you think that ushers in? Think about it. Because in this program, that's going to happen, I'll be able to talk to you guys in this verse, in this metaverse, and I'll be able to send you messages from my brain to you. Send messages to you. And what does that usher in? We all know about the chip, right? We all know about the chip. Okay, we know about that. Zombies. Hey, dude, check this out. Check this out. Elon Musk is making this device that goes right inside your brain, right? It has wiring. So you have this wiring put inside your brain, and look at the sales pitch on this. He puts this thing inside your head, and wait, look how many relationships have been torn apart by the internet. Imagine the impact of the new programs will have. I know that's people are not responsible, and you know, I mean, it takes you off into this whole fairyland, this fantasy world. Yeah, it's very interesting, and it's very, you know, disturbing if you really want to get into that. But like I was saying, Elon Musk, he has this thing that you put these little wires inside your head. So let's say there's people that are sick, or they have problems with their heart or something like that. You can have that's everything on your app. So when you're about to have a stroke or anything about to happen, diagnostics go on your phone, and it tells you, hey, dude, you're about to have a heart attack. Okay, push for help. Boom. It takes care of you already before you're about to get that stroke. Or if somebody's sick, it helps you. It messes with your brain, so it triggers things off so you get better. That right there, now you're able to mess with the whole thing with Google. So if I ask you a question, you'd already know the answer because you already Googled it in your brain because you got a chip in your head. You already have it in your head. So you're like, okay, how far is it from here to the moon? 369 miles, something like that, right? Or it's 370 miles. Oh, you already got it. How tall is Mount Everest? You already know because it's right in your head. It's like you're uploading like the Matrix. You know what I mean? Oh, I want to learn mixed martial arts. Boom, you already got this information in there. I'm gonna say you're gonna be good, but you know what I mean. You already downloaded information. You know what I mean? So imagine that in the wrong hands. But people will be able to have contact. Like I'll be able to contact you through my. It's almost like telekinesis or something. Like I'm able to like like contact you through my mind through waves. It's gonna be through a wave, but it's gonna be through the mind. Yeah, like the Matrix. I like the Matrix, but hey, a lot of it actually sounds pretty legit if you really think about it. You getting plugged in, yeah, you're getting plugged in. You know, this is what's happening. People are getting plugged in. They're plugging themselves onto something. They're plugged into a system. Think of the system that they're getting plugged into. Now, Mark Zuckerberg has a thing where he can actually hear what your thoughts are, like your prayers, your thinking, what you're thinking. He's going to have all access. Instead of Facebook, he's going to have all access of what you want and what you think about. You remember back in the early 80s, the cops, they'll be looking through your garbage. Well, what's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? No, it changed. They go through our phone. Shoot, they know what we're buying. They want to know everything we're buying. Who's going to be the fact checker? Who's going to be the fact checker? What do you mean, like fact checker? Like, who's going to check them with facts or what? Like, you know, all I'm saying is this, man. Whatever's going on here is it's evil, and it's wrapped very nicely. Your kids are gonna be asking for it. Dad, can I have this? Can I have this? And you just gotta be that person to say no. And really, you know, sometimes you feel like I don't need to give an explanation, but sometimes you do need to give an explanation and say, hey, dude, hey, check this out. This is evil. This is gonna give something to something else. Yeah, it sounds fun. You're playing a little game, little cartoon game on there, and you're involved with it. Yeah, it sounds all great, but it's not great. We have to watch out for our family, man. Yep, that's what I'm saying. This is all ushering in. You know, I was raised in the church. I remember hearing people for years say, "Oh, that Jesus is coming. He's coming. He's coming. The day of the Lord is at hand." I've been hearing that for years. But now I'm like, okay, something's happening right now. We're in the weirdest times. I know you guys feel this too. There's no other time that you ever been in that's ever felt like this. You guys are around my same age, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. This is just way different. People are social retards now too, and people are weird. So you guys kind of get the gist of it. It's gonna get even worse. I've been calling this for a long time. I've been talking about this for a long time, and I talk to my family about this all the time. I say, hey, weird things are gonna happen. Weird things are gonna happen. That's why you don't put your trust in men. Never put your trust in men. They'll always let you down some way or somehow. Just even down with presidencies. You know what I mean? Like your Trumps, your Bidens, all these presidents, man. It's like, you know, people like the idea, like with Trump. I get it. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but I'm saying people like the idea. Hey, he's gonna be the one speaking up for us. I didn't see him speak up anything for anybody that was of his own people. I'll be right about that. He was looking about helping out all these other dudes, all these other people, bringing other people to the White House, and trying to be more of like a panderer. You know what I mean? I don't want to pander to nobody, dude. Is you believe in what you believe, and that's right. But hey, that's politics right there. You have to be something that you're not, but be maybe like 50% of who you really are. Exactly. Trust in God, not man. Okay, check this out. What did God say in the beginning? He wanted to be our God and roll over us. But man just didn't want that. He wanted a king. And God told the people, he was like this, you really want a king? Is that what you really want? Hey, he'll be harder on me than I'm on you. Hey, and that's what you really want? All right, I'm going to give you a king. And then they start having kings. And look what do the kings do. They tax your guys' ass. They're all puppets. Yeah, they're all puppets. Look at taxation everywhere. Look in California. Gas is like $5. You know how much it costs for me to fill my gas tank up? Shoot, man. It's like, I don't know, man. That's something else. But all these people all work together. Okay? All these people all work together. That's why I talk to you guys. I talk nothing about timelines. See, I'm getting off the metaverse thing, but this is all connected. Talk nothing about timelines. So you're looking at when flights started, when people started flying, 1900, 1908, around that time, that small little timeline. Look how quick it was for them to make military airplanes. How quick it was. But not just them. How did Russia, Germany, China, yeah, all these other little big name places, right, were able to come up with the same thing around the same time because everybody's connected. It's all global. It's all connected. And this is I never like to use the word conspiracy because that's a bullshit word that throws all your ways of talking about fact out the door. How does everybody from different areas connect and do things all around the same time? They're aided by something. Supposing everything happened from 1900, it just jumped. Look how far we progressed. Look at from 1900 to right now. Look how much we came up with, even with computers. Look how fast everything went. How fast it went. It doesn't. Something don't seem right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What can we say? I feel like my thing is I feel like everybody's in cahoots with everybody. They're all connected. They act like but one thing they do have. One thing that the issue is they all are connected, but they all want power. So there's always going to be a disagreement with the people that are connected because they all want the highest power. That's how I see it. It's all about power. It's all about money, man. It's all about that. Who has the most money has power. You know? And there's families that have money right now, and they're going to be always wealthy. Not rich, wealthy, man. They're always going to have money. If you can look into the old books, and look up the old names of plants. What are they named after? Yeah, Rothschilds. I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff in there, man. I'm going off another whole thing right here. I need to get back to my notes, right? So we know that this ushers in the whole thing of the chip, which is the same thing. People will take the chip. A lot of people are taking the chip, and just because the government or people say, hey, it's good for you to have, it's really good, it's very good for your health, because we'll know when you're about to get sick. It'll tell you when you're about to get the flu. Hold on, wait. It's going to tell you before you're about to get something, so you got to get this. We don't have to take no more shots anymore, guys. You don't take any more shots. You know why? Because you got the chip. And having the chip, you'll be okay. And you'll be connected, and we'll know where you're at and what you're doing at all times. Oh. So Constitution, all that's bullshit. So, all your little rights, you just threw it out the window. Once you get these things, your rights go out the window, because now they know what they can do, how high you could jump. I don't know. Wow. So what do you think? You get, let's say you get into this whole virtual world. How do you think your family is going to be? There's a separation. If the father gets it in the house, everybody will get in the house. Now there's a separation in the house. Everybody's in their own little mind, their little brain. And if you try to talk to them, you really can't talk to them no more. You know why? Because you're not going to be that parent anymore. It's gone. It's all done. I don't know, man. There's gonna have some metaverse anonymous type groups, subscription service. Yeah. Hey, and there's all these other uploads and downloads you can get. Hey, you know what? Guess what? Check this out. Remember, I was going back with the whole thing with you get, the wife gets mad at you, or you get mad at her, and you go, hey, I'll be back. Hey, so you can go ahead and upload, and you have to spend money to make your own. You basically can make your own family too. Create your own family. Some people are just not happy with their family, or with the people they live with. Oh, I don't. I like blonde hair. I don't like brown hair. Oh, I want a redhead. Hey, these guys are making their own people up. That's what they're doing. Creating their own things. We just gotta be careful. Gotta be very careful. Yeah, so you know what, man, I'm not trying to like carry this on as much as I can, you know what I mean? But there's so much more to talk about. Just exactly, man. So you got this little card. You got this little card. It's gonna tell you, oh yeah, I got this, I got this, I got this, and everybody's so happy because they're in a club now. You're in a group. It's like going to the gas station and getting coffees 5 times a week, and they stamp you. Dunk, dunk, dunk. You're all set, man. Ready to go. You got a free coffee on Friday. Hey, but the booster card, hey, this is what I've done. I'm already set. I've got this, I got this, I got this. Yeah. And now you're separate. Now everybody's separated from each other now. Now you're going to look at the people that don't have the booster cards, or don't have the vaccination, or don't have the chip. Everybody's going to be connected. And when you watch the video, if you watch it on there, I'm going to post a link about how Mark Zuckerberg talks about that. He talks about people being outside, those that are not in the metaverse. They want to get as many people in this metaverse. Now they'll know everything you're doing, man. Every personal thought you're thinking, everything of how you feel is going to be put into like a hard drive, or put into, you're going to have your own file. And they're going to know everything about you. They're going to know if you have any, hey, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I feel guilty now. Maybe I feel terrible about, what I did. Oh, this guy's feeling like he wants to leave the metaverse. Hey, dude, you're stuck now, bro. You got a chip inside you. Try to take it out, you're dead. You know why? Because connecting to your brain. You're screwed, bro. That's why, I do believe in that, man. They didn't have a mark of the beast or something like that. It's interesting, man. Ireland apparently has the highest vaccine rate in Europe, but there's loads not going back to the boosters. Yeah. I remember you talked to me about that, man. I, I don't know, man. Ireland, of most places, I didn't think that would be one of the places that would do that. You know what I mean? There must not be those that are from the old country. It might just, I don't know, man. That's just weird. You know, and that it's crazy. You know, of what's going on right now. Just very crazy. History is being manipulated. So all these places like Ireland, Germany, all these places, the people that used to live there are not going to be there's it could be a whole different people, and there will be the new Germans or the new Irish. You know, all these it's all going to change, and the culture is going to change, just like in Greece, man. All these places are going to change, and all these beautiful monuments and stadiums and all that. Hey, that's out of the way now, man. But that's on a whole different thing, man, right there. But my advice, just my advice to you, to all of you, is I would not get connected to this. You know, I sound like a guy that's being like a blocker to it. Yes, I am, because you know what, what's going on is not good, and we need to think about our families, and just do things different, and be good, be good. It's easier to be bad. It's easier to go down a different path than go down the right path, of course, because you go down a right path, you got obstacles. You just gotta hurl those bastards, man. Just jump right over it. So I'm gonna finish this up, man. It's kind of interesting how I was gonna go straight a little bit more on the metaverse, but like like I said, man, do your research, and I just kind of threw this out here just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on, and that everything is connected. So when you see some technology, just think about it. What's the after effects of it? You know, once these people get you, or these beasts of the field get you, you know, they're not godly. They're not. They're not good people. It's not good. So I want to say God bless. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I want to do more lives like this, but maybe we can have more people so we can have more input. And I'll have a laptop set up so I can actually look at what's going on over here. And it's kind of hard for me doing it off the phone. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure things out. So I kind of just threw myself into this. But thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. And let's get it.